Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and welcome to the Saturday at Noon show. I am so excited to see everybody and to see what all of you are up to. Now, it does look like that my friend Bridget may have something that came up at the last minute. She may be coming on a little bit later. I haven't heard back from her, but in either case, I will be here. And nice to see you, Mira and Cat Goddess. Nice to see you too. Thank you all for being here. And I appreciate your support. I was just getting my cards ready. I'm also planning, I'm there's a new recipe with chicken parm, and I was just looking up the recipe. It's an interesting recipe. You make it with ground chicken, and it's very tender. So I'm going to give it a try. That's what I was just doing. I thought I had it saved, and I'm gonna be doing some cooking after this or after my shows today. So I wanted to make sure I had that ready. All right, everybody. I'm not sure if anybody saw the show with Ginger Faye Tarot last night and with the Psychic Triad, but oh my gosh, there was such important messages coming through, and I really feel as though there's a strong energy surrounding this. They call it a corridor, and it's between the two eclipse. The solar eclipse was the second week of August, and the lunar eclipse is the last week of August. And in between the two, things have just been, I mean, just like today with Bridget not being able to come. She always comes. I don't know what happened. And last night, Ginger fell asleep, and also somebody else was had crisscrossed their shows, and I also went to my hair appointment a half an hour early. Uh, Not on purpose. Like, I know that I have to leave for my hair appointment a half an hour before the appointment time, and I saw it, but I thought to myself, like, I think I put on my schedule to leave at, like, the time that I wanted to leave, and then when I saw it, I thought, "Oh, I have to do a half hour before that." Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So be careful, be mindful, double check things, double check your timing, double check your communications. I think there's a lot of energy out there, you guys. And I do know that Akila B is live right now, so we want to be able to support her as well. And Nalani is here. Cat Goddess is here. Let me see. I think this is. Um, oh, she had 1 o'clock. See, that's it was. That's this is what I'm talking about. So, um, there is a mix-up. Let me just respond. Let me make sure, but let me look at my calendar. Nope, I had 12 noon. Maybe I just didn't put it on right. Okay, so that's what happened. There was just the wrong time written down. And hi, Miss L. Nice to see you. I know, right, Cat Goddess? It's a good one, and it's not. It's like you know how you usually have to fry um, chicken cutlets for chicken parm, and then it gets really heavy and dense. Well, this is ground chicken that you put in the oven and you just sprinkle the breadcrumbs on top and then you flip it and you like brown it on both sides. It just sounded much lighter, much easier, you know. Hey, Gina M. Hi, Gina M. Nice to see you. Must be Saturday. Everybody's joining us. Nice to see you. And Carolyn, loving life. Aw, thanks for being here, Carolyn. So, Bridget is still talking to me. Um, yeah. Okay. So, let me just put my banner up because I think I made a banner that I like. This one. Questions in caps and emojis, and questions are chosen at random. And right after this, you guys, I have a members only chat, and it'll be right after this live show. So I put it like at 1:45 because I wasn't sure how long it would be. But if Bridget's not coming, it may not be as long. And I'm just going to start the members only immediate, well, you know, a few minutes after this one. I just wanted to let you know since I saw you. Yeah. I know. I know. Everything happens for a reason. Thanks, Gina. And you got to go with the flow. And yeah, so I'm excited. And if you guys, let me see, I think I saw a question up here, and that's the best way to get started. Uh, so Mira says, will I pass economics commerce test? Well, Um, Mira, I wouldn't pressure yourself so much to disappoint your family. I think that it's important to want to do your best for yourself, right? Um, and if it's a difficult thing for you, if you find that accounting is difficult, I understand because some things you have to sort of get into a few scenarios and do it a couple of times and then you're like, "Oh, I get it." Because sometimes accounting can feel backwards or feel counterintuitive just because of the way they lay it out. But once you apply it to certain uh, scenarios, you'll get it after a while. I know it can be a little confusing the way they do it, but it all works. It all works. I wouldn't stress. Um I would try and be as calm as possible and um just say whatever happens, I'm okay. You know, like I've done the best that I could, and that's enough. And this way you can relieve the pressure off of you because sometimes it's not about what you know, sometimes it's that frantic state that we get into when we're doing a test. I know I'm not a good tester. I get in my own way all the time. But if you can relax and just know that what it is that you learned is enough, and whether or not it shows up on the test or not is not does not reflect your abilities, you know. And I feel like, and I'm not just saying that I'm saying that the more relaxed you are during the test, I think the better the outcome is. And you'll be like, "Oh, I know this one. I know this one. I can do this one." You know, and if you're stumped on a couple of them, just skip them, go through, do the rest. I don't know how it goes, and then go back to the ones that you're stumped on, and you'll probably have a little bit more clarity. Um, yeah, but I wouldn't worry about it. But let me just see, just in case. Let me just see. Will Mira do well on her economics account commerce Test. Will Mira do well? Yeah. Will Mira pass? Yes. Will Mira pass with 80%? Ooh, yes. Will Mira pass with 90%? Okay, it's going in a little bit of a oblong. Will Mira pass with 85%? That's a definite yes. So I would say in the high 80s. That would be what I'm getting for you, Mira. But all the best to you. Thank you for being here and asking your question. And Cat Goddess wants to know, what messages or advice does Spirit have for me right now, currently in this present moment? They're telling me that you have an idea that you're not stepping out and starting. I feel like you might think that you're alone in this idea, but they want you to try and cultivate and create this idea. You have an idea that's very valuable. It's almost like, I wonder why cars don't fly. It would be better on than having all those tires. Whatever this idea is, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like it feels like you thought of something, that you have a good idea, but you feel like you're alone in this, that nobody else would see it the way you see it. But I do feel as though you'll have, let me see, it may be about equality and balance and fairness. And I think that you thought of a way to uh, have things be more fair for people. Let me just see if there's another card for you. Hi, Ellie. Hi, local Karen. Yeah. I feel like you as long as you as long as you maybe record this and intend for, if it's not you that brings this idea to the community, that somebody brings this idea to the community. Like maybe it's just your idea, and maybe you can share it or suggest it to the right people. And maybe it's not that exact idea, but maybe it's something similar, or maybe somebody else is already creating this. But I do see that it's going to be something to help balance things. And I think that's really important, Cat Goddess. So I hope that makes sense for you. Aw, you'll be all right, Mira. Local Karen says, may I get a general message from my guide, something I need to know? Um, and I see Lily. I see Gina. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking through the. Oh, Soul Chef Antonia is here. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Gina, for your help there, for being an amazing moderator. And Dora Romero is here. Hey, Dora. Nice to see you. Aw, everybody's supporting Mira. That's sweet. Oh my gosh, you guys really popped in here. Oh, had a question. Did the pendulum say yes for all mentioned subjects? I just saw the one, the economic one. Okay, Maria and Marit. Ah, and Dora. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, I can't even keep up. Um, Mira, if you want to, you can schedule a 15-minute private reading and we'll go through all of your subjects for you. This way I can help other people today. Thank you, Soul Chef. That was sweet. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, so I have Karen, Lily, Gina. Karen, what's a general message from her guides? Sorry, you guys, I was just starring some more questions. You guys really, you're doing a great job. I appreciate that. Karen. Karen, I see that you are towing the line. I don't know if you're towing the line for the community, for the collective. I'll check with my pendulum, or if this is a family or a relative. Actually, it is the collective. I just got the validation. So I feel like you're carrying a burden, or you may be carrying a burden, and this is weighing on your mind. And I feel like things are going to be changing fast, so that you have these are good things that are going to be changing fast. And there's going to be a restart in the near future. And the restart will be around the collective, the community, the public. And I do see that it's coming up in the fall. And so I think that you may be focusing on this and praying for this. And I feel as though you will make a difference with your intentions and with your good wishes. And I feel as though the new start will be beneficial for many concerned. So I hope that makes sense for you, Miss Karen. And it's very specific and very certain of the information that came through. So good for you. And good for all of us, because I think that was a collective message. Thank you, Carolyn. I know I don't know what's better. Lily says, looking for some direction from higher self. Can I ask for your insight? What's going on in my timeline right now and what to look forward to? So it's what I'm hearing for you, Lily, right away is it's important for you to hang on to the connection to your own higher self, your own connection to your own soul's desire. Do more meditation, more silent meditation, more guided meditation, balance your chakras, because I feel like you're like, oh, what's going on? What's over here? And they want you to go like this and then this. And they want you to bring all of your energy in, and they want you to focus your energy and point it right here and focus right here and calm, center, and focus. So this is really strong for you, Miss Lily. And they want you to get back to basics and focus on your own well-being is what they want you to know. I know that's not easy, but that's what they want you to know. Thank you, Lily. And that goes for all of us too. Um, so, Gina, see if I will be okay in my job for the rest of the year. Let me see. Will Gina be okay in her job through December 31st of 2026? Will Gina be okay in her job? Yeah, I think there's some compassionate people there. I'm feeling that somebody has compassion and they have understanding and they see your value. And yeah, I do. I see it. It's a definite yes. It's a definite yes. Hmm. And A job is from 9 to 5 most of the time, an 8-hour job, and the rest of the time, there's 16 hours in every day that is not the job, and it's important to make the most out of those 16 hours and not worry about the job when we're not on the job, and sort of, think about what it is that you're able to do or have the opportunity to do after the job. You know, um, I know that you're very conscientious and you've been there for quite a while. And I think that you are valued. And I think they have patience. I do. I see it being okay for you. But the less you stress, the better. You know what I mean? You just go in and you do the best that you can each day and not worry about what might come. You know what I mean? And this is the focus, because what we focus on grows. If you focus on worry, 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 you'll have more things to worry about. If you focus on gratitude, 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 you'll have more things to be grateful about. It just works that way. It's just energy. So it doesn't matter what it is, whatever it is that you're focusing on will be what you get more of. So remember that and try and like say, okay, I'm not going to worry. Okay. Oh, that slipped in. I feel like I just started worrying again. I don't want to worry. I'm just going to give that to my angels and I'm going to think of something positive that I'm going to do after work. Think of things, the meal you're going to make or, what bedtime you're going to have and how you're going to wake up in the morning and do some meditation or, practice something around outside of work and create things that you can look forward to outside of work. And that'll help to proportion you know, uh, the focus or mm, you know, I don't know, just the focus and the time spent on work. I know it's extremely important. I'm not saying it's not, but it's only 8 hours important. It's only one third of our life. There's 8 hours at the job, there's 8 hours that not at the job, and there's 8 hours that we sleep. We all get these same 24 hours split up in three. So it's what you do with the time that's not in those 8 hours. Um, but all the best to you, Gina. And the more that you can have fun and take care of yourself outside of the job will take care of itself. Gratitude is the attitude. There you go, Gina. Good. Nice job. Yep, I'm trying to go with the flow, work life balance. There you go. You got it. You got it. All right. So Ellie is here. Are you able to see negative entities if they are attacking you? You wouldn't be able to be here, Ellie, if there was negative entities attacking you. I don't believe that negative energies have any power over us. I do feel as though we have the ability to open up to certain scenarios that are not in our highest good. But as humans, we have more power over any negative thought, negative energy. We have, paramount and, uh, all the power. And so it's up to you to uh, denounce anything that is not in my highest good, does not have any access to me, my thoughts, or my energy. Done. It's gone. There's no way any negative energy can be anywhere near you when you denounce. Anything that is not in my highest good has no power, no ability to connect to me, my energy, or my thoughts. Boom, it's done. And we all have this power. So the more that you worry about it or have fear, then the fear will create the thought form, and the thought form will create a negative situation. And then you'll be like, well, maybe it's no, it's us. We have the ability to manage our own energy, and our energy is much stronger than any negative thought or uh, energy around there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. And I don't think that I know that you wouldn't be able to come here and ask a question if there was anything negative around you. And if it was your thoughts, but there's nothing there. It's like, it's like the boogeyman, it's just not. Fear is false evidence appearing real, and it's a liar. Fear is a liar. It's not true. So it's not true. There's nothing to believe in. There's nothing there. It's just what we create. And so work on creating angelic protection, angelic energy, high vibrations, healing, and things like this. And work on that. That's something that it's important for us to work on, because our energy is our own. Our energy is strong, and it's about what we do with it. And don't give anybody else the power over you. So all the best to you, Ellie. Miss L wants messages from guides for January 2027. Wow. Are you in a well, there is an old relationship that you may have been thinking of, or maybe there's a friend that you no longer talk to, or a family member that you no longer talk to. And I feel like sometimes when you do have to interact with them, it's not it's discomforting, or it's annoying. And I feel like you may feel a certain way. You may feel like you're left out in the cold with everybody else, because others think differently. It's about perspective. And when you're in the drama, so I don't know, like this is you, and you're in the drama, and you can only see things that are around you. But when they say, take this and go above and look at the whole situation of all of the players and everything that's happening, you can see things a little differently. So let me see what the outcome is here. I feel like you might be getting information that is, or I don't know, like if you were, let me see. I don't know if you're waiting for something to come through, something to be confirmed, something to be approved, something, you're waiting for something to come in writing. And I do feel as though it comes in just when and it's not that you lose hope, it's that you almost give up being patient. And but they don't want you to throw in the towel. They don't want you to feel as though nothing's going to happen, because it is coming, and they just want you to hold on and keep a positive attitude. And that's for all of us, you guys, and that's for me too. I need to keep a positive attitude. I do feel as though going outside and being in nature is going to be helpful for you, and also grounding, Miss L. But I do see some news coming, some information coming, or a decision coming in the very near future. But don't despair. Don't despair. And I know there's certain situations that are just unbearable. All right. Hi, Kelly Reiki. I need stability. Mhm. I can feel it. Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Mhm. Well, um, you know, I know that I don't wanna give a pie in the sky, but I do truly believe for myself and for all of us that things will improve. I do see things getting better. Hey, Susan Feather. You're welcome, Miss L. Look, Gary for Grace is here. So this is Maria. And she said, "Do you see something going on with Robert and me? What's the energy between us coming up? This relationship has not been clear, but I'm getting signs and dreams. Any guidance?" Let me just check with you, Maria. I do see more time going by before your relationship status changes. And I'm not considering this person. I'm considering any person. Because I do feel as though when you widen the lens, that there will be other potential opportunities. And I I recommend that you focus on friendship and um, enjoyment and fun and entertainment and um, because I do feel as though, like, I feel as though your happiness depends on the outcome. But what's most important is your happiness to be already in place. And then if somebody else comes along, it just adds to the happiness. And you're fine with or without um, the other person in the relationship. And I do understand that you have connection or uh, a draw to a certain type or a certain energy, but it doesn't always mean that that's the best outcome. And like there's many fish in the sea, and it's up to you. You're in control. You're the one who says yes or no. But if somebody is not there asking you, then there is no there, right? So if you there's nothing for you to say yes to or no to, then there is no there. So it's about having the opportunity come up and then you being able to say yes or no. It's always your choice. And but the opportunity needs to be there for you to say yes or no. Does that make sense? So what's most important is you finding joy in your own heart, finding entertainment and recreation that you enjoy doing, and move through this way. And then if somebody joins you, or if somebody asks you, would you like to join me? It's up to you because we always have the choice. And your choice is the most important um, determination of the outcome. It's because we have the choice. So I hope that makes sense for you, Maria. And I would just like to reiterate to widen that lens. I think there's somebody else around you that you may not be that you may not see. Perfect answer, Jean. It so aligns with what my soul wants. Aw. Good, Maria. Thank you so much for that validation. All right, let's see. Marit and Dora and Lindsay. Aw. She wants to know if her daughter gets in contact with her. Marit, what's most important is that you'll be fine in either case. If she does, you'll be fine. If she doesn't, you'll be fine. That it's important to understand that when we bring souls into this world, that they are an individual soul that they have their own journey to live, and they have free will. They have choices, and it is hurtful, but try to allow her to make her own choices and deal with her own consequences and learn the lessons that she is here to learn. You know, we can't live anybody else's life for them. We can't make anybody else's choices for them. We can lead a horse to water, but we cannot make them drink. We cannot be so for you to hold on to your own happiness, depending on the outcome. I'm sure you'd be happy when she does contact you, but try not to be in misery waiting for that. You know what I mean? Um, I do feel as though it might be a couple more years before she's at the point where she can see things clearly. And she doesn't have anything against you. I think it's about her. I think that she's not happy with herself and that she doesn't want to pull anybody else into it, or that she does, you know, um, I think it's about her and her life and her choices. And I do feel as though she does not see things clearly and may have, well, I do understand. She does have some soul growth to do and some soul expansion work and to get to know herself and to get outside of her ego and to look at the people for the souls that they are. But the more that you do this, the more that she will do this. The more that you focus on your soul growth, you focus on your own awareness. It helps her to do the same um, in an energetic way. It helps everybody to do the same. So the more that we work on our own self development, self connection, learn our lessons, try and look at the higher or the higher perspective and raise our own vibration and spread love and our light energy out to everybody around us, the more that other people will have this opportunity as well, and the faster. And it is happening. I think it's going to be another couple of years. Um, but what we can do is love them from afar and send them love every time we think of them. The energy will change. That's what I have for you, Miss Marit. So I don't know if there is a yes or no to this, because I think that free will, it depends on a lot of uh, a lot of other circumstances, you know what I mean? I don't know if she's in a relationship that is clouding her vision, or I don't know what it is, but, so I think there's a lot of free will and a lot of, scenarios that have to play out, but it is in you can imagine the best case scenario, and you can put this energy out that, you love her for her individuality, and you love her for being her own woman and making her own decisions, and that you're very proud of who she is and you always will be. And that's it. And then, this will help to release that angst and that um wishing that things would be different, because I think wishing that things would be different is what really is causing a lot of your turmoil, or maybe. Um and understanding that she is that little girl that you brought up, and she is part of you and always will be, and you know that you taught her um, to be strong and to be mm, you know resourceful. I think that she's a really strong woman. um, but yeah, I just see another couple of years, I think, that in her life. That's what I feel. But I pray that she does get healed and contact you um, in no time at all. All right, Marit. Thank you very much for your question. That was a tough one. Dora, and then Lindsay. Um, okay. Dora said, message from Spirit for the upcoming week. I do see you waiting for something. I do see some, I feel like there may be some, not legal, but official. There may be some official uh, choices coming up, and or that you're dealing with now. Um, so I'm not sure. It could be just uh, you're you're changing something, or you're working on uh, documents, or you have to renew your driver's license, or you're getting a passport, something official. And it feels like that you've been waiting for something, that you want to make this official, but um, I do feel like there's change coming in, and I think that you have the ability to make this change happen. And I think that this change will happen sooner rather than later, and almost uh, faster than you expect. So I'm not sure what you're creating that's official, that you're waiting for. Uh, I just, it says soon. So I said fast, and I got the fast, and I got the official, and I got you waiting. So this is what they want to tell you. It's soon, because that's the clarifier card that I got. It's soon. What you've been hoping for, planning for, putting in writing, making documents for. Um, I think that it's good planning, and it will be realized soon. Hi, Lima. Um, beautifully, I am divine. Crystal LJ. Nice to see you all here. Just looking around. Oh gosh, like Susan, that was for you too. Oh my gosh, and Marit, you said it was spot on with your daughter, that was hard. She said spot on. And Susan Feather said she's in the same situation. So sometimes when we're brave enough to ask the question that we're hesitating to ask, it helps a lot of people. It helps more than one person. So thank you for saying that. So I have Lindsay and then I have Kelly Reiki. Lindsay, spiritual advice on seeing myself accurately and clearly. I don't see to be good at it. Don't seem to be good at it. Mm. Yeah, it's your ego. You want to work on adding to your meditation, adding to your focus on connecting to the divine aspect of you, not the ego aspect. Because you seeing yourself accurately sounds to me to be ego, you know, and it's not an egoic thing. You're not self-examining your personality or your um, emotional behavior or your behavior at all. There's more. There's more, Lindsay. It's not emotional. It's not behavioral. It is not personality. There's more. And you haven't, I don't feel like you've, and this is what you're saying, you don't seem to be good at it. It's underneath all that. So all of those other things are monkey mind, and all of those other things are ego, are controlled by ego. And they want you to know to keep they want you to work on practicing silence because silent meditation deadens the ego and almost like starves the ego. And the more that if ego comes up and starts saying, "Well, what about this?" or "What about that?" or "When you do this," no, say and let it go, let it go, let it go, and feel that I want to feel the divine aspect that is inside of me. I know there is a divine energy in my soul. I know there is a soul here. I know there is a soul that has light and love and joy inside. And this is the true Lindsay, the authentic Lindsay that I was when I was a child. Because when we're a child, we haven't developed our ego yet. So think back to when you were 5, 6, and 7, and what kind of a child you were. And I do feel as though, thank you, Dora. That's so sweet. Um, when you and this is the true authentic you, Lindsay, and it has nothing to do with appearance, behavior, emotions, what you did or didn't do. It's that eternal aspect, divine uh, part, or the divine energy that's inside of you. And it's a very kind and loving and compassionate energy. And this is a wonderful thing for you to ask. And it's a beautiful example of the what some of us go through before we uncover the authentic part of us. And it does take practice. Um, and the more that you practice and the more that you allow for that divine aspect to come up and reveal itself, you'll feel the joy, you'll feel the love, you'll feel the excitement and the like the miraculous wonder. Um, and you'll be in touch with that aspect of you. It's in there and it has no ego, it has no no judgment. You may want to do a little bit of research and look up how you can tell um, the difference between your ego and the true soul or your authentic self. And you'll find there's a lot of examples, more than I can recite right here, that'll help. Oh, you mean when I think that, that's my ego? That's not really me? It's what it is. And a lot of it is, it can be the conditioning that we grew up with, or what other people told us when we went to school, or what our family, um, the example that we learned from our family. Um, but this is new. This is different. And you will find this contentment when you find that aspect of yourself. Keep trying, and I would work on silencing the monkey mind. And you can do this by finding a guided meditation. And a guided meditation allows for that monkey mind to quiet down. Um, and it allows you to practice on the focus. Um, yeah, that's what I would recommend, because the authentic Lindsay is in there and calling to you, or else you wouldn't be searching for it. What is searching for you? What you are searching for is searching for you. Thank you, Lindsay. I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Beautifully, I am divine. Hi, Garija. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. And look, Crystal gave me 10 jewels. Look at that. I love your icon, Crystal. Thank you so much. Oh, good, Dora. I know. I'm glad that that was helpful for you. You know, it's hard to go back and forth. Because thank you. I'm going to hide this. Let me see who else. Lorda Ad wants to know guidance on her next move. Hmm. Thank you. These are Dora's jewels. You see, I'm behind here, you guys. Um, you're welcome, Lindsay. She said, "Thank you very much. Good advice." You're welcome. And that's for everybody. I feel like this is for everybody. You guys are asking good questions. And Lindsay was saying, I don't like any of it, but I hear you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is ego. That is ego making that judgment call. And when you feel that joy, when you feel that excitement, when you feel that um, unconditional love and contentment, that's when you know you found it. And it's there. And you may find it for 10 minutes, an hour, but you'll find it. And Crystal said her monkey mind is wild and spaz sometimes. Yep. Take Ask your monkey mind to take a chill pill. I know. I know. It's like that's our default setting. And I don't know why, but it is. Yep, she's benefiting from all these questions, right, Susan? Well, thank you. So I do see Kelly Reiki. Are you still here? And then Susan Feather. And Kelly, just say hi if you're still here. I don't know if I saw you recently. I don't think so. Um, And oh, she's here. Good. Good, Kelly. Just got you in under the wire. Can spirit let me know the best thing for me to do to get my health on the right track again? Well, as you know, spirit doesn't tell us what to do. They guide us. You know what I mean? The first thing is stop not try not to beat yourself up for what has happened in the past, or it's important to give yourself grace. And it's not about restricting or doing something difficult. It's about doing what you're already doing to the best of your ability, and drinking clean water, getting a balanced diet. And that's really hard to do because even the vegetables that we eat sometimes are not the best quality. But, if you're attempting this, and just try the best that you can with each day with what you have. So, sleep and hydration and nutrition makes a huge difference. And then after that would be supplementing. And not going to say the E word, which is exercise, but it is just getting out and experiencing nature, you know. And you can do that in whatever way you can to the best of your ability. And these small intentions on each choice of each and every day. Should I drink that Diet Coke, or should I drink, water with a little bit of lemon in it? It's these choices. And I feel as though that is the best thing that we can do, is to start small. Start with what we do have control over. Start with making choices. And if you need to, you can make a list and plan. Maybe you can plan some activities, one or two a week, or two or three a week, that you want to shoot for. And you want to plan for a bedtime that you want to shoot for. You want to plan for a meal that you want to make so that you can eat that meal a couple of days that week, or prep your food. I'm a big prepper when it comes to when we come home from the grocery store. I like to, before anything goes in the refrigerator, I like to cut it up, wash it, prepare it, whatever it is, so it makes it easier to utilize and not as hard when it's time to use the item anywhere possible. Plus, it fits in the refrigerator a lot better. So that's what I would do. And it's really the simple things. And maybe breathing too, they're showing me. Breathing exercises and um intentional breathing. There's something about your breathing. I don't know if you have allergies, but you may want to. They're showing me honey is really good for seasonal allergies because it works against the histamine that makes us um, sneezy and allergy like. So that's what I have for you, Kelly Reiki, and good for you. I do feel like you have good, and oh, it's all so expensive. Yeah, it's getting out that you need to do more for sure. And I've been better on the prep stuff, but when your hands hurt all the time, it's hard to want to cook. Be careful with anything that is inflammatory, like seed oils. And seed oils, like, we think we're doing a really good thing by eating salads and stuff, but be careful what you have in your salad dressings. Be careful of the seed oils, and like mayonnaise has seed oils, and that can add inflammation and cause whatever pain we have to increase. So I have noticed a change. I've taken as much seed oil as I possibly can out of my diet, and it makes a big difference about the aches and pains. It really does. So, and you can just look up like inflammatory uh, foods or ingredients that are highly or that can cause inflammatory responses. Like some people, and it's not everybody, but sometimes dairy, but those seed oils are pretty much like an on and off switch. Because if you do like an elimination and see how you feel better. But as soon as you have that seed oil, you're like, oh, that's right. I ate that. I haven't been eating that in a while. I just ate that. And that's why I feel a little bit worse. But I hope you're feeling better, Kelly. Move those muscles or lose them. Just a small effort to move around is the hardest part. I miss Jane Fonda workouts, the energy and the laughter. That's a vibe I wish to giggle at myself. Oh, that's cute, Crystal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Is Susan Feather here? Susan Feather, are you still here? You're welcome, Kelly. Yeah, let me know. All right. Susan is still here. And she says, my dowsing rods have given me some incorrect answers recently. What's going on? I want to trust them. So, ha- it's about practice and it's about the way that we ask, it's the way that we frame the question. And it's important not to say all or never. It's important to ask, should I have eggs or oatmeal? And then if it says eggs, ask, should you have oatmeal? And then like ask the opposite, or maybe two things can be true at the same time. Um, and say, for today, for this morning, is it in my highest good for this morning for me to choose eggs or oatmeal? And do eggs. And then, so the oatmeal is better or the oatmeal is not better, like really examine it and let it clarify for you and ask the question in many different ways so that you can, um, so that it's clear and it is literal. Um, and it does make a difference the way you phrase the question. Um, and I would test it. Like, first of all, always test yes or no, and always test if angels or spirit guides are there. You talking through your dowsing rods. Um, but yeah, I think it's just more practice, more double checking, like checking the opposite, and trying not to be muddy or general, and try and have a definitive question that has a definitive answer and not a wishy-washy answer. And sometimes the rods may give you wishy-washy, or only one rod will move. Um, But when if you feel like that you're saying, is my name Susan, and it's saying no, and giving you the wrong answer with that, you can ask to recalibrate the rods, and say, show me yes, show me no. Is now a good time for me to ask questions? Is it in my highest good to know the outcome of the question that I just asked? Ask more questions around it. But, and um, I wouldn't want you to lose faith. I do feel as though, I mean, I've been using my pendulum for more than 25 years, and I have used it for vitamins, for trips going away, for making decisions on what time I should leave, making decisions on, you know, uh, choices for my own health. And, um, you know, it's really been my what it is I can hear my spirit guides, and I feel like I'm being nudged, and the pendulum is validates what it is that I'm hearing and or feeling. And it's just a really, it's like a good um, second opinion, you know? So it's important for us to trust ourselves and to believe in ourselves and do the work of practice. Thank you, Serenity, for the gold coins, and thank you, Marit, for the 10 jewels. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Carolyn. You're welcome, Susan. And Crystal says, great question, right? I know. And it's about practice. And I'm letting you know that I've been in your shoes before, and I know what I felt, and I felt that same way. So is Crystal L, I think Crystal L is still here. Crystal L, you're still here? Say hello. I don't know if you're on the, yeah, you're on the, oh, hi, Evelyn. Thank you very much for the jewels. So nice. Thank you. Um, Crystal wants to know, may I please ask Spirit for some guidance? I need help calming my mind while meditating. Mhm. Well, first of all, I would highly recommend a guided meditation. And this helps to strengthen your focus, and it gives you something to follow so that you are used to, you become more comfortable with not allowing those thoughts to come into your mind because there's something else that you're focusing on. And there's like words, and then there's long or a pause, and then there's words, and then there's a pause, and then there's words, and then there's a pause, and you sort of get this a little bit of both, like a little bit of focus. Oh, there's words, and then the pause. You don't let what you're having for dinner, or if your leg itches, or any of that, anything like that. And you're more interested or you're more focused on what's coming next. And it helps you to focus and it helps you to center. I also recommend running your chakras or clearing and balancing your chakras before you meditate. And this intention really does help to center your focus. Um, and I'm not saying that all of that craziness is going to leave you forever. It's just for the time that you intend. And it's amazing because our intention is uh, brings results more than we know. It's through our intention that we can achieve the desire. So, with our intention of focusing on the meditation and focusing on the energy and focusing on the words and not allowing those monkey minds to slip in, it's about practicing and focusing. And really, it's a muscle, and the more that you do it, so if you do a 10-minute meditation every day and you're listening to it, maybe even every other day, you're listening to it, you will strengthen that muscle so that when you don't use the guided meditation and you sit down for 10 minutes and you want to focus, you'll be more surprised at how much easier it is for you to focus because you've strengthened that muscle. Not only that, but you've set the intention. You've set the intention and followed through. Set the intention and follow through. And this expectation is like a there. I'm hearing like a neurotransmitter like a new groove in your brain, and it allows you your intention and the expectation to follow through. And it's not a try. It's not a try to push the monkey mind out. It's the allowing for the focus and the centering um, to be what you're focusing on, to be what you prefer. And it does take practice, and there's no perfection. There's no and I think the timing has a lot to do with it. Like if you can work for 2 minutes and then 5 minutes and then 8 minutes and then 10 minutes and work on that intention and that focus, it really it really does help. And they're just telling me when, you know, more things will come to you and be revealed to you and become easier for you to focus on without you realizing it. And you'll be a little bit more attentive, a little bit more aware when you focus on um, these words. You can focus on your breath. You can focus on the chakras. Now, I do have guided meditations that are healing meditations on my website. It's sunpsychicgene.com. There's under meditations, and I'm going to be putting my chakra healing meditation on there as soon as I get it recorded. And there's more, and it's just practice. And the more joy that you can find out of this practicing the meditation, the more um, the the more the monkey mind won't be able to intervene. And it's not about, I mean, it's about balance, and it's about taking control or your power over your intentions and um, what is most important to you. But it's that blissful, joyful, miraculous feeling that will keep coming back. And it's all within us. And you'll be like, man, I was so miserable for so long. If I knew that this joyous feeling was always inside of me. And it's not your ego feeling this, it's your own soul. And it's so visceral. It's so it resonates with you so deeply. And this is your soul's joy coming out and sharing and expressing. And a lot of us are being called to connect to our own soul's vibration. It's really very helpful, and it can only enhance our everyday situation. So that's what I have for you, Miss Crystal. I hope that was helpful. She said, those are realistic goals. Good. She says, I'm heading to your website. So exciting. It is exciting, Crystal. And I call it, what do I call it? I call it, it's enchanting. It helps to bring that enchanting kind of a frequency and vibration to our life. Um, oh, she says hugging you from Florida. Well, thank you, Crystal. That's so sweet. And thank you, Vicky, for your 250 jewels. So nice. Thank you very much. That was so sweet of you. Oh, look. Oh, and you had these jewels too. I think I saw those. Thank you. I don't know. Oh, nice to see you. So let me just take Evelyn real quick, and then we will be on our way because I've been on for quite a while now. Can you tell me if I will keep my job or will I be transferred within the same agency? Will it be a position where I will make more money? So let me just ask the big question first. Will Evelyn's income increase before the December 31st of 2026? And see, it's going in a circle. Okay, will Evelyn's income increase by March 1st of 2027? I do see an increase coming after the first of the year. And it may come before. It's almost like you may be either informed or notified or potential before the end of the year. It's like you're informed, but it's not like in your pocket. Or they tell you, well, yeah, you'll get it, but it's effective after the first of the year. I don't know, something like that. But I feel like it's more towards the end so of the year. Um, will for Evelyn's job, will she be able to be transferred? I feel like this is something that you would like to be. Will Evelyn be transferred within the same agency? Within the same agency. I'm not I see a transfer, but so will Evelyn's job change, her job title change? Well, Evelyn's, yeah, I do see that. So I'm not sure if I don't understand what job agency in the same agency. Will Let me just say department. Will Evelyn's job be transferred and stay within the same department? I'm getting a big yes on that one. Let me ask the opposite. Will Evelyn's job stay the same? You're not going to stay the same. It's going to change. So will this change be a transfer? Will this change be a transfer? It does look like there's a transfer coming. And will this transfer be in the same department? It's going in a circle. Will this transfer be in the same agency? I'm getting a yes. Will she be earning more money? So I'm not sure if it takes that long, but I'm not seeing the actual income increase until after the first of the year. And I hope to be wrong. Hopefully it's before that. But thank you for stopping by and checking on that, Evelyn. And I'm really happy for you because I remember when we were trying to get that job. So good for you. You're extremely capable, and I can feel your strength. So hang in there. Hmm. Cheers to an enchanting life. May we all experience something beautiful and enchanting today. Love to all. Oh, yep. Yep. Evelyn says thank you. And yep. I know. Remember? That's why I wanted to check for you. I know. And Evelyn was one of those that I say, whenever you see me on, just jump on and ask me because it was like touch and go there for such a long time. All right. So I'm just going to go here and turn this off. Okay. I should have turned that off a long time ago. Thank you, everybody, for being here and asking your questions and supporting me. Please do go on over to my website, sunpsychicgene.com. And if there's anything there that you have a question about, you can email or contact me on the contact me page. Also, this Sunday is the Sacred Geometry event. If you're interested, it's on their group events. And I will be on with members only in about 15 minutes. Is there anything else? I just appreciate you liking and sharing and subscribing this video. You'll be seeing a lot more shorts. I'm doing a lot of editing recently, and I'm putting out a lot of shorts. So please do like, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate everybody watching now and watching later. All right. Thank you to all the moderators, all the members, all the subscribers. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you again real. Oh, I will be on again today. After my members only, I'll be on with Terry from Kigaroo Spiritual Journeys. Her and I will be together doing color readings. If anybody did watched our last show, it was riveting. It was really a lot of fun. So please do. That's at 4:00 today Eastern, 1:00 Pacific. So I hope to see you guys all back there soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.